finish line, which is what makes the pit stops here very quick. We'll talk about that later on. There goes the pace car out of the way, and now they can start the race. Nobody can overtake until they cross the start and finish line. No overtaking until then.
So Villeneuve will come out on the bus stop, and here he is. Villeneuve leads, Alesi is second, Schumacher is third. Down to La Source, the first lap at racing speed. Keller goes round. Now, are we going to look back and see whether there is any contact? There often is at this corner when the race is starting from a standing start, but thankfully it looks as though they have all got round clear, and Villeneuve has got that inestimable advantage of a clear track. Everybody behind him, Alesi, Schumacher, Keller and Häkkinen, have got those great roosters of spray being thrown up at them. They've got to drive through them. To some extent, they've got to feel their way around the circuit. Alesi is having a look at Les Combes. Michael Schumacher, who spent the whole of this morning working on the setup of his Ferrari. He was only 15th fastest this morning, and a lot of people thought he got a major problem. He hadn't. He was getting his car set up, and he's going through.
Yes, so Schumacher got a great run out of Les Combes there, but couldn't make it stick on the way in to the hairpins, but terrific drive off that last corner, and here it is again. He's going to be giving Alesi more than a few problems for the rest of this lap.
Yeah, look at Keller behind him. Alesi and Schumacher and Keller battling for second position, but Alesi's holding them up, and Villeneuve is taking advantage of the situation to pull away in the Williams Renault. But Michael Schumacher is the man to watch, the undisputed RainMaster of Formula One. We're on lap 4 now, already at 1/11th distance in the Belgian Grand Prix. Alesi, Schumacher all over his gearbox. Keller is behind him. Then it's Mr. Häkkinen and Frentzen.
A big problem in these kind of conditions is fog inside your visor, and you've already seen Michael Schumacher. If you look closely, he's got a lot of mist on the inside of his visor. Not much he can do about that. But remember, the TV camera can see much better than the human eye, and that's what all the TV camera could see then. It's impossible to know where you're going.
Schumacher, again, he's diving left, diving right, but Jean Alesi is refusing to move. He's got the racing line, he's under no obligation to move, and Schumacher's got to force his way through. They're up to the bus stop now. This is the conclusion of lap 4, the 1/11th distance. Alesi second, Schumacher out of the bus stop together. Those enormous tunnels seem to have cleared up to La Source.
Well, Schumacher's going to have to go up the inside because Alesi will go wide to take his normal, but they're going to touch. He's going to turn in on you, Michael. No, he just saw him at the last moment. Well done, Jean. Good move from Michael. A bit risky when you've got a world championship at stake.
Now, the gap was 1.5 seconds. What gap? The gap between Villeneuve and Jean Alesi. Now, here's a replay as Michael Schumacher courageously, daringly takes that second place away from Jean Alesi, who just at the last moment sees the Ferrari on the right, jinks to the left. Schumacher goes through, and he's right up with Villeneuve and going for the lead at Les Combes. Incredible start to the Belgian Grand Prix, and Michael Schumacher is the man. I hate to keep repeating this, but he is superlative.
You saw him there, hard on the throttle, and he's going up the inside of Villeneuve now. Beautiful move. Remember, Schumacher had those lesser treaded tyres. He should, if the track begins to dry, should have more grip, and boy, is he using them well. So an easy move there, really, on Villeneuve. That will have taken him completely by surprise. Grass around the outside that the security vehicles can use, and most drivers head straight for that, because if you get bogged down in that gravel trap, we all know too well, it's the end of your day.
Well, look at it now, as Michael Schumacher comes through to complete his 5th lap. The gap previously was 1.5 seconds. Schumacher has gone through. Villeneuve is actually much slow, some 7 seconds slower on that lap. But the gap now with Schumacher.
And there goes Hill past Inez. No, he didn't make it stick. He had to lift off. He didn't really commit himself to that move. It was his teammate after all, but Damon needs to be getting on with it. He's got David Coulthard breathing down his neck also, and he needs to be going. Häkkinen doing well in 5th. Remember, as of last night, he was on the back of the grid.
Fourth position. In 5th place, it's Mika Häkkinen in the McLaren. 6th is Frentzen, who started 7th. Pedro Diniz is 7th, ahead of Damon Hill. 9th is David Coulthard. 10th is Johnny Herbert in the Sauber. And Villeneuve is not coping as well with this, obviously, as Michael Schumacher is. But look how Fisichella is pushing him.
Absolutely. That Williams, for whatever reason, does not work well in the wet. I can't see a logical reason for it. It's good in the dry. They don't run it with particularly stiff suspension. I just don't understand. But every time it's been wet in practices, that car's been off the pace, and Fisichella is all over him.
They're coming up to Blanchimont. This is the fastest corner on the course, and off goes the Prost of Shinji Nakano, the Japanese driver. That's the first retirement from the race, although Jarno Trulli is still well down.
Well, he could have had to go up the inside, but it's a... Oh, and he's locked his wheels. Villeneuve has locked his wheels. He's got to go through the pit lane at 80 kilometres per hour. That's cost him an enormous amount of time.
Yes, he's been passed by Fisichella, who's now up into 3rd position.
Second place for Fisichella. Villeneuve going down the pit lane. He's going to stop for tyres while he's at it. Sorry, maybe he didn't lock his wheels. Maybe he intended to come in, but very early.
Brave move.
Okay, he's gone for intermediates like Schumacher. Schumacher was a full 10 seconds a lap faster on that last lap than any other car in the field. Villeneuve has stopped for the intermediates that Schumacher's running with.
And that was on lap 7. Long way still to go. 37 laps.
Here's Nakano going off at the...